G'day Tech45, Mike House here, and I'm really looking forward to working with you on the 5th of February. We'll be spending a day looking at planning. I don't know about you, 2019's already kicked off with a fair bang, and already there's been a few opportunities to be derailed from the master plan. And that's life, isn't it? Circumstances throw all sorts of things at us. My background as a survival instructor taught me that in spades. We can have the best laid plans, and what actually happens to us, sometimes we have very little control over, but we do have a lot of control over how we respond to it. So look, we'll be spending the day looking at a number of things. Obviously business, what have you got planned for the year and how's the best way to nail that? We'll take a look at things like personal challenges and personal growth, and look at some opportunities there and see what might work for you. We'll consider things like fitness and health, because a well body, well mind, that helps you achieve all the other things you want to do. Tech45, a couple of groups coming together, and so we'll probably talk a little in terms of planning about how are you going to bring this group together and make it something that really sings for the year, something where you're getting great value from it and you're really enjoying each other's company and each other's interaction. And I think another bit that's really critical as well is to consider our relationships, what's going on with the people that we're close to, whether that's people in our business or in our private lives that we really want to maintain good relationships with, but also grow and expand relationships with. So they're some of the areas, and you might find during the day that you want to add some others that for you are really important as well. We're going to look from a few different angles. I don't know about you, but I've done a lot of thinking about and reading about goal setting, habit formation, that sort of thing over the years. And there's a few areas that I think are really cool. So one is areas of focus, not so much goals, but just what are the things that we're paying attention to. I think leadership's a good example of that, where it doesn't readily lend itself to a bunch of metrics, but consistent effort in that area, consistent focus will yield results over time. There's bits of fitness that are like that as well. I think one of Simon Sinek's interviews once, he talks about, it's like cleaning your teeth. You do it once, 2 minutes one day, it literally does nothing. But if you do it every day, the cumulative effect of that is quite good. So for some things, areas of focus is a really useful way to look. Goals for others, where we get into all of that specific, measurable, time-bound, etc., SMART goals. Sometimes that's really, really useful too. And then the third area is the area of habit, and James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, if you haven't read that, it's well worth picking up a summary before we meet. I think it's a great book, if not the whole book. But one of the things that he talks about is the mechanics of a habit are one thing, but the thing that really drives it is what are you trying to become through the adoption and the building of that habit. If you know the identity you're trying to create, you can really drive habit formation. Focus. So I'll throw a few tools in the mix, ones that I've tried and used. We'll have lots of discussion about what's worked for you, why not, and we'll unpack it in a way that you can explore whatever areas are most useful to you on the day and to your group on the day. We'll make it a heap of fun. We'll do lots of interaction. I love getting outside, so there's a good chance we'll spend a bit of time outside the room as well. I'm really, really looking forward to it. If you've got any questions or things that you'd like to front load with me before we meet, feel free to either phone me on 0423 193 196 or email on mike@mikehouse.com.au. If you want to check me out a bit, I've got a profile on LinkedIn and my website, mikehouse.com.au. And of course, any other questions via your wonderful chair, Lynn. Looking forward to meeting you all on the 5th and working with you for the day. Catch you then.